Good morning, traders. How does the mic sound? Just want to make sure the mic's working. Just let me know if it sounds good, and I'll get started. All right, it's good. Awesome. All right. So this morning, I have a few stocks on watch. You're not seeing too much I like on the long side this morning, so I'm gonna start going over what's on watch. All right. So this morning, first stock on watch is VLRX. VLRX, I told you guys this morning in Discord, wasn't really looking for a long here. Yes, it does have a lower float. It does have a high institutional ownership and short float. Those are all, things that you have to be wary of. But, just VLRX has a huge history of fading. Every time it has a gap up, it has massive fades. This is on one of my list of, top faders, up there with like the GEVOs of the world, the NCTYs. So VLRX just a known turd. Had BS news this morning. Tons of selling volume pre-market. And you can see on the daily chart too, it has a lot of bag holders. Had some high volume days here, high volume days here. So it's gonna have a lot of overhead resistance. So what I'm watching this morning, was a good setup this morning. I was watching, I wanted to see more of a push to 384. Just didn't get it. A lot of early shorts who started in early, had a nice winner here, but didn't get that secondary push. But what I'm watching this morning is, morning push to this 310, 325 level, starting short. I would be willing to, add, up until, 340, 350s, and, ultimately, I would look to stop, over the pre-market highs on VLRX. So, if we get that push, on a weak volume, I'll look to short on VLRX. All right, next one is BYND. Now BYND, just crazy. It's crazy. Ever since its IPO, just insane move here. Very similar to TLRY. Very similar. Reminds me of that a lot. This could be the final. This could be the day. We get this big unwind on BYND. So definitely want to be watching this. To capture a possible big move today on it. So what I'm looking for on BYND, is a parabolic move. Up into this 190, close to that $200 mark. I would like to see this thing, stay underneath 200. That would be my ultimate risk level, that 200 mark. So if we get a pop, to this 195 level, see that some resistance here, this 195 level. It may start in 195, add 197s, and ultimately 200 mark, would be my risk level. So I'm gonna be watching BYND for a possible short today. Looking for a big one, unwind. We did have a stock offering yesterday, and usually it does kill a lot of momentum. So we'll be keeping that one on watch. And two other plays, kind of on the back burner-ish, but if they set up, look for it. SMSI, had a small winner on this yesterday. This one had the good earnings on Friday, and it's just been hanging up top here for a while. Few days now. So on this play, I would like to see this ideally crack, that 530 level. That was yesterday's at lows of yesterday. You can see this 530, 540 level. It's just been hanging out there, holding that mark. So ideally, I'd want to see this crack 530, and then I could look to join in on pops for some looking for some more fade. We could see sub 5 today if momentum carries over to the downside. You can see it has a lot of room to the downside on SMSI. But you guys know the deal in this one, definitely got to be safe, be smart in this one, this one has been tricky, looking for shorts on SMSI, trapped yesterday, just chopped around, didn't really get that unwind yesterday, but, see what today offers on SMSI, so I'll be eyeing that one. And then the last one is PETZ. Like I said, guys, a lot of shorts today. Not really seeing much I like on the long side. PETZ. It's another one. This one is a little bit lower in float. Trade it. Excuse me, Yahoo Finance has it at 4 million, and you can see huge insider ownership. So you do have to be cautious on this one. So what I would like to see this one is a pop to this 120. Excuse me, the 120 to 135 level to for a short. So I'll be eyeing that range, that 120 to 135 level for a short. Ideally, pop on weak volume, could load up, and look for some more fade on this one. And we do have some room to the downside on PETZ, so be looking for a fade on that one. That's pretty much it for the watch list this morning. I apologize, guys. Maybe the air, I have the air running. That may be that background noise. I can try to lower it a bit. Maybe that will help. MYSC. I'm not a fan of this one on MYNZ. Beat daily chart. Low volume, pretty much no volume. Not one I'm too interested in this morning. SGLB maybe if this one could come up to this $2 market, depending on the volume look. Could be a short, could be a long on SGLB. This one has very low average volume. When you see stocks with very low average volume, they may trade much differently than the shown float. It's always something to keep in mind. You always check out the average volume. I think this one had 20k average volume, so that's pretty low. So this one will trade much lower than its the float shown. You could see, on all these spikes, just very low volume. So if this one ever catched, some volume, it could be it could offer some opportunity. But right now, not seeing too much on it. But it'll be a back burner play. Keep it on watch. Hit the scanners. I'll look at it. Also throw up two new scanners here. All day trend joiners, all day trend faders. Since pennies are a little bit slow, I thought I'd throw some mid-cap scanners. So it's going to show stocks range from like $10 to $80 that are on the upside, and this will show stocks range from $10 to $80, moving to the downside. So if you guys watch these, you could see some some setups to the downside and some setups to the long side. Yeah, we're back, guys. Just gonna grab a drink of water. Alright guys, I'm back. So right at the bell, my top two watches are going to be VLRX and BYND. So these are going to be my two plays I'm going to be focusing right out of the gates. So if anyone just joined in, just go over my watch again real quick. Going to be watching BYND. BYND, when I see this one for a pop and fail, right out of the open, I look to short this one BYND right out of the gates if I see confirmation from price action and volume. Same thing with PETZ, looking for a pop and fade. Day two, overextended gap down setup. SMSI, same thing, but this one I kind of want to see it, confirm first. I don't want to start shorting this thing, so I know how this thing, likes to play games on SMSI. So I really want to wait for this breakdown and then join on trends on pops for a short. And then the last one was VLRX. This one had BS News, large history of fading. Had a ton of selling volume pre-market, tons of bag holders on the daily. So this one, I'd love to see this one pop, so I could grab, I could load some short on it on VLRX. So it's pretty much it for my watch, just to go over it, so I know a few people just joined on to the stream. And if you guys, have any tickers I missed or you want me to look at, you guys could ask. HEPA. I saw this one HEPA. This one has a super low flow. Look at that thing, 170K. That is ridiculously low. So yeah, I mean, this one would probably be a tougher one to trade. Probably has very large spreads and is pretty illiquid. But if this thing could ever catch like fire, this thing could be a beast. That's a very low float there on HEPA. Doesn't get much lower than that, guys. So we got about 10 minutes till the the market opens. Apologize, guys, about the background noise. I tried to play around with the with the AC, but I really rather not shut it off. It's pretty hot in here. So may just have to bear with it, guys, for a bit. The CTX, this is another one, This one, CTX and VISL, these are just two ones that, I keep seeing, gapped up. And this gone on so many recent spikes, so it's just collecting bags. Each time it pops, it comes right back on down. So don't let these one fool you on the long side. Most of the time they're not gonna have a follow through run up. After that initial spike, usually it has to consolidate, go sideways for a bit, then have a PR, a few months later, and then you could look for a possible play. But I hate when it has a big run and then a few days after, a week after, it just goes on these random little pops. Usually don't like playing those. So you guys know what I'm looking at. I hope you guys have your own game plans. Make sure you guys stick into your game plans, stick into your setups. No FOMO. Wait for the trade to come to you. Don't force anything, and just stay disciplined. Make sure you guys are taking good setups. guys are new here watching the streams, we do have a Discord chat. The Nightbot posted a link right there. So definitely check out our Discord chat if you're not in it. It's 100% free. You have tons of great traders in there. And also, if any of you guys are interested in options, Alex streams, simultaneously to me on his options channel. Nightbot posted a link there, so be sure to check out Alex too, guys. He's doing great things over there with his options channel, guys. There's no clear image. I'm not really sure what you mean by that. Can you, elaborate on that a little bit more? Should be getting a new computer, guys, in the next few days. So, if there's any issues, no one's told me there's any issues so far. But, I am getting a new computer, so hopefully that resolves any issues if there are. And if you are referring to the image quality, if you see this little settings button, on the YouTube video, you click on that and you could switch the quality to 1080p. That's the highest quality YouTube allows you to stream in. So maybe on your end it's a little bit lower the quality, but there is an option to change it to 1080p. That may help on your end. EFORI. Contract winner. Let's see. 11 million in float, and 30% held by insiders. So let me check out EFOI. Check this one out. Yeah, so Yahoo Finance has the float a little lower at 8 million. Market cap's at 5 million, so relatively big. The contract, relative to the market cap. So we'll keep this one on watch, on EFOI. I'm not a huge fan of sub $1 plays, but see how this one, see how the volume looks on this one. So I'll keep that on the back burner as well. Alright, so we got about almost 2 minutes to the market opens. Make sure you guys have your orders ready, everything typed out. Right out of the gates, I'll be watching VLRX and BYNG. You'll have a few other plays in the back burner I'm watching, like SMSI, PETZ. Guillermo, hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I can answer that when I'm done trading. Cause the market's about to open in a minute. It'll take a little long to explain. So, when I'm done trading, I'll try to answer that for you. Corey, yeah, guys, I'll answer questions. Once I'm done trading. The market's about to open in about a minute, so I'm gonna lock in here. But I'll definitely answer those questions for you once I'm done. Alright, so 30 seconds here. BYND, VLRX, you guys know what I'm watching. As you can see, BYND, rejected that 190 level, that VWAP level. So hoping this one, gets a pushback on up for us on BYND. Alright, market's open. BYND flushing right at open. So BYND guys just they're dumping here right out of the open. We're 183s now. We'll see if this thing could get a pushback on up. And I'll be paying close attention to the tape and volume. You guys can see there, 400k bar there on BYND. Motions are high, after stock offering and earnings yesterday. So a lot of volume there right out of the open. So it's coming back up to this 190 level. We'll see how it reacts. A VLRX just kind of going sideways right now. Would want to wait for a pop on that one. 310, 325 areas where I'd be interested in. EFOI doing its thing here. Trying to curl back on up. BYND does have SSR on, so you can't get filled on the bid side. You have to place orders on the ass to fill yourself on that one. Check out some of my other plays, SMSI and PETZ. See how those are looking. So SMSI, not much volume right out of the open, looking pretty weak. I'll be watching that one, see what PETZ is doing. Yeah, same thing with PETZ. This one, I'd want to wait for more extension before I look to get in that one. EFOI now, it's 70s now. So I'm gonna turn our attention over to EFOI. BYND now 190s, so I'm watching this one over on BYND. It's going to have some 125 resistance on EFOI, I'm looking at the daily, so 125 is going to have some resistance. So VLRX quick pop. I don't want to miss that one if that one does, start to move on up. So 192s now on BYND. So we had some resistance, some after hours resistance here. At this like 193 level. Trying to map out my lines. Just watching, guys, not in anything right now, but just watching BYND, watching the tape, the volume right now. There's HEPA, that super micro float that we were talking about. All right, so BYND, I filled a small starter there on BYND. Just risking off the highs, so I'm just using a smaller size right now on BYND. I have to take a paper cut. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm on half size. So right now I'm in at 191.78. So I'll be risking the high a day on BYND. Ideally I'd want to see this crack, this 190 support, hold underneath that level, and then I could look to add on some pops, if weakness is still there on BYND. But if you guys are newer traders, I would avoid the trade on BYND. EFIO 80s now, so EFIO, looking pretty strong right now. I remember recently we saw a play that had like a really big contract award, relative to its market cap. I forgot what ticker that was. And went on a nice run. So right now EFIO right now has all the attention, all the eyes on it right now. Let me check out PETZ. Let me check out some of my other plays. We'll make sure I'm not missing anything. So I really want to see BYND stuff right here and flush below that 190 mark. I don't want to see us get back above, 192, 193. Ryan, you in EFIO. Good luck to you. Yeah, this is a pretty small float. 8 million, for a sub $1. Alright, so BYND coming back on up here. So I do, we'll take a small paper cut if I have to on this play. I'm risking that high day level. So I'm risking about $1.80 on BYND. Only have 100 shares, so it's a pretty small position. Alright, so nice stuff there, 192 level. That 192.50 level did stuff right there. So now I really want to see this flush below 190. See if we get this 190 pull. Be looking good. 15K bidder there. Let's see. See if we get this pull. And we're looking pretty good if we get this 190 pull. So EFIO, coming down to the 70-cent mark. So it looks like they are trying to hold that 190 level. They just formed a double bottom there. But you can see volume slowly decreasing here. The volume bars at the bottom here. SMSI not doing much, just trading in a channel right now. Pretty illiquid, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be playing that one. See PETZ. PETZ did come up to that 110 level. So I did add a little more BYND there, anticipating, you know, this 190 wash. So I did add a little bit more. It brought my average cost down a bit, but I think we are going to get this pull here. So nice little rejection there. Let's see if we get it. Come on, BYND. Let's get this pull. See 190. There's so many, a lot of support there. See, each time we get there, just, you know, tons of refilling there at 190 on the bids. See all the orders going through, but it's not budging. Oh, there we go. We did pull 190 there, looking pretty good right now. And right now I am sitting pretty good. See if you get, you know, some more pull here. You know, VWAP's at 189.31. So I'm just gonna be holding tight here in BYND. You know, I have 200 shares now on BYND to get my second add in. Alright, let's see what else we got going on. EFIO. Testing VWAP here, had a little pull. VLRX. There's not enough range there for me right now. You know, unless this gets over 3, not too interested in it. And it is getting, you know, to that 10 o'clock area where, you know, I don't really like to, you know, start looking for short entries around that time. SGOB just didn't get enough push. See PETZ. LXU here hitting the scanners. Float's a little high. Volume not too great as far as the baseline volume for me. AYTU is another one that, you know, just fades so many times, you know, going a lot of pop and fades on that one on AYTU. A lot of overhead resistance here in the daily as well. So I want to be patient with my BYND, guys. You know, really think this thing, you know, could have a nice unwind today, you know. May start looking, you know, just to lock in some. You know, you guys know I always like to protect myself, so you look to lock in some. You know, you see 185 has a lot of support here. So I may throw some orders, you know, 186 just to lock in some profit, and then, you know, the rest I'll, you know, leave the ride out. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate the support. LXU. See you guys talking about this one. You see, it's just not something I'm interested in trading. You can see just the volume, the tape's just very slow, it's sluggish. Not something I'd be interested in trading, but I'll keep it up for you guys if you guys want to watch it. So I want to see how BYD how it's gonna react when it comes up to the EMA lines here, 7289 and VWAP. This could be another area to possibly add some more into this 189 area. So right now I'm just watching it. May add a few more on. Anticipating this stuff move here, this 189. So let's see if 189 stuffs here. So we are pushing, we did push 190 a little there. So my risk level will be this 192.50. That'll be my my new stop on BYD. If we break 192.50, I'll be completely out. Alright, so I just added a few more there, BYD, just to get full size on. Risk level will still be the same, so I just added a little bit more. Looking for the stuff here on BYD. And tape's a little bit slow here. Tape's looking a little heavy. So I want to see this hold underneath 190. You see the bids, you want to see the bids, below 190. Alright, so I do have my figure on the trigger if I do have to sell here on BYD. Does look a little trappy here, guys, so if I do have to sell, I'll let you guys know if I do get out. I'm just sticking to my risk level. So let's see, 192 now. See if we can hold on up here. So right here, this top right here is my risk. So 192.50. So right now my average is 191. So we're seeing about $1.50. So always having good risk reward on all my trades. If this trades work out, I think this can be a pretty big return versus my risk. VLRX pop. VLRX is popping right now. EFIO. How's this one looking on EFIO? Actually, I gotta pay attention to this BYND trade. I'm coming close, very close to my stop loss there on BYND. Come on, BYND stuff. Ooh, huge rejection there, VLRX. Huge rejection of 3 there. Come on, BYND, let's pull here. I want to see this 190s, I want to see 190s here. It's intense trade right now, guys. BYND here. It's a moment of truth right here. Definitely is looking bullish, guys. Higher lows here. Reclaiming VWAP and doing pretty good volume at the moment. So we'll see here. But I am betting against fake meat right now that it will crack today. There it goes. Let's see. Very close to my stop. I'm not out yet. Just giving it a little wiggle room. Yep, I'm out. So, out of BYND right there, guys. You don't have to. Always gotta stick to your your stop loss. Can't fight it. So, it didn't work my way, guys. But only lost $1.50, and you can always look for a re-entry. Yeah, Corey. I was looking for 186. when I was in it, I was very close to when I got it the first go round, it was very close to my exit there. I saw 185 had the double bottom, so I was looking for that 186 mark. Couldn't get it, and then it came back around, and I had to stop out. And then the rest of my shares, I was looking for much lower. I was looking for 170s on my rest, so it didn't work out. But I'm still watching it. You always look for a re-entry. Nah, no, I didn't. I was looking for 186, so it was like $1 off from my first target. It's $1 off from my first target, and I added more here. Looking for the stuff of 190. Brought my average down a bit, and then I took the loss. Alright, so let's see what else we got going on. Still watching BYND, Could always look for a re-entry. Sets back on up. Always gotta respect your rules, guys. VLRX sideways, had that one pop. Let's see, LXU. I know some people were watching LXU. Let's see. Just a pump and dump there, not much. You see, guys, overall, slow day. It's kind of how it's been for these penny stocks. It's kind of how it's been. PETZ going for 110. It was on possible short watch. But not more into that 120, 135 area. Let me see how the volume looks, though. That one could trap. Has a huge amount of insider ownership. We gotta be careful there. Let's see. The volume's pretty weak. If it comes to 120, 130s, look at BYND now, guys. 194 now. Sometimes that's the case, when everyone's going one way, the opposite usually happens. Everyone was short bias on BYND, and now starting to blow some shorts out. But sometimes that does happen. Corey, that's great, man. This is a great time to be paper trading right now, especially during the summertime. It gets very tricky, and there's nothing wrong with paper trading at all. I always encourage new traders to hop on paper. You shouldn't hop on a real account until you had experience. You had success. You have a playbook. You have trading strategies. So all that has to come before you can hop on to the real account. BYND right now, looking very strong at the moment. Very strong at the moment. This thing could push 200, guys. Personally, I don't even think I'm going to step in front right now, guys. Maybe a quick scalp, but very strong right now. Ryan, nice quick long PETZ. Great job. I'm sure a lot of shorts are trying to top the top this on BYND. It's 200 mark. Now I'm thinking about it, but looking really strong right now. I'm probably not going to be taking a shorting the 200 line. You could get some pretty bad slippage too. Once it breaks 200, this thing could easily see 205s right away. Some bad slippage there, but just watching. See if we got any, check these mid-cap scanners out. I always like seeing if these capture some nice trades. Nice little uptrend there. Usually I see what I see in these, like whatever has the most volume early on, for the longs, there usually turn out to be some nice plays, and whatever you see has multiple hits, like CHGG, this is a nice 2-point move there. See all-time highs break out. I like playing around with these here and there, especially when it's slow. So right now, as far as penny stocks, guys, not really seeing much. Right now, just watching BYND. I want to step in front of this at the moment. Looking very bullish. I already have one loss on it, but if it does set back on up, look for another trade on it. Catch you later, Corey. Appreciate support being here. So let's see if BYND is gonna push for 200. And usually, guys, I'm not usually playing, $100 plus stocks. But BYND is just such a popular stock, huge range on it. So I've been watching it the past few months, but I would say 95% of the time, I'm watching stocks, from 30 cents to $10. Unless we get like a supernova that runs like, over 10, over 20. So if you guys are short right now, guys, be very careful, Always respect your risk. I could have easily, tried fighting this all the way up, but I didn't, guys. I took a $1.50 loss, That's, I'm pretty happy with, overall trade. the stuff move there on BYND. Let's see how it reacts when it comes back on up. Careful on PETZ, guys. You know, I'm not gonna be, you know, I don't think I'm gonna be looking for a short on that one, guys. On PETZ, you know, it's 10-10. You know, I don't want to be looking for something right now on PETZ. Usually, this is when the time, you know, you see, you know, manipulators like the trap. So I'm not gonna be shorting that one. SSR is on as well. The plan on PETZ would have been, you know, that morning push. This morning push right here, stuff. And then, you know, look to short into the stuff move. But now, you know, you can see we had the week open, you know, sub below VWAP, and then push on up. So this is something, you know, I will be avoiding. Yeah, this is pure manipulation right here, in my opinion. So, you know, I will not be shorting that thing on PETZ. You know, I've seen that happen, you know, more than enough times to, you know, to avoid that. But at the same time, guys, you know, good stuff. But you know, but for me, I will be avoiding it. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm just, you know, saying from experience, you know, that I've seen, you know, this type of pattern. You know, most of the time it will, you know, continue higher. BYND 200 test again. Let's see how the tape looks. Let's see if we see refilling. Just watching the bids now. Watching tape. Oh, big unloading there on BYND, that 200 mark. So each time we got over 200, we see big unloading. Let's see what happens this time. Let's see if we could base there at 200, or are we going to stuff again here at BYND? See, each time we have like an upper wick. Each time we get over 200 on BYND. We may top temporarily here. We may see a pullback. Not saying it's plays over, but could be a temporarily top right here. Possible pullback to 150, 195. So I was watching closely here on BYND. Watching it. See, each time it comes to 199, they keep refilling the bids. Let's see. This time, yep, this time. So 199, did pull a bit there. Took a small position there on BYND. Took a small position. Looking for this wash to 195. A nice wash there on BYND. Right before that that pullback. You can see we have some the morning support here at this this 194 area. So I'll put myself out there 195 just to lock in some. So I'll cover half position. 195s. Oh, I hope I don't get screwed by like $1 this time, like I did last time. Yo, what's up, Ben? Remember, used to be on the old streams with us. Yeah, Velocity's back. Alex is doing his own thing on us on a. We opened the options channel, so Alex is over on the options channel while I'm doing penny stocks here. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. It's good to see you back. So my risk on BYND, would be his 250 mark. So risking that 250 mark, over that, I'm stopping out, and that'll be it for BYND for today for me. You won't be touching it anymore if this breaks this 250 mark. Said this yesterday, I just want to say it again, guys. Please don't be following my alerts, my trades. I'm just here to teach you and educate you. I don't want anyone following my trades. Be your own trader. That's how you succeed in the long run. Being self-sufficient. So let's see if BYND gets back over this 250 mark. We'll stop. Added just a few more here. Yep, Brian, it's a big mark right here, this 200 mark. If it can reject here, I think we could definitely see a pullback, towards 195, even towards the low 190 area. Just on the intraday chart, it's pretty extended, so I definitely think we could see a pullback. EFOI, scanners. So BYND looks like it's gonna push here. Let's see. Nice rejection there of 200. Let's see if we could stay below 200 now. Have been seeing a lot of stuff moves, but we have been seeing a lot of recoveries. So let's see if we could hold below 200 now. But it definitely was a nice stuff move. Let's see. So those are wondering, my average is 199.05. So pretty much the same amount of risk as the previous trade, risking about $1, close to $1.50 on this trade as well. So always keeping a tight risk, protecting myself. Even if it does turn out to be a red day. Let's see. Yep. Give it a second. Yeah, I'm gonna stop out, guys. So I just stopped out there. BYND. In case this does start to curl and push. I did hit my stop there. And you can see now they're holding 200. So I'm done with BYND, guys. Came in today with a short bias. Had a first trade on it. Got stopped out. Second trade on it, stopped out. So at that point, when I take 2 losses on the same stock, I don't want to fight it. I just want to move on, and I'm just gonna turn it off and just move on from it. But it does look like today will be a red day for me. But overall, happy with my risk. I didn't have a major loss. I'm not ending the day, a huge red day. So, I'm happy when I have small red days. Shows I'm being disciplined. I'm sticking to my my stop losses. I'm not fighting. I'm not revenge trading. You can see I'm turning off BYND. It's not on my level 2 anymore. If it stuffs here, it goes back. Is what it is. But I'm happy I stuck to my rules. So yeah, it's what every trader should do. You shouldn't get emotional and fight. Red days are gonna happen, guys. This whole month, this will be my. I gotta look on my trader view, but I believe this will be my 3rd or 4th red day on the month. So overall, my consistency is there. My accuracy is there. So I know my statistics. So right now it's 10:27. I'll give the stream like another 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so. I know you guys had some questions earlier. I can answer those for you guys if you want to just retype those out or copy and paste them. Be happy to answer those questions now, because I'm pretty much done for the day. Red days are gonna happen, guys. It's just a matter of are you keeping the red days small? You don't want to be having multiple red days where you're at your max loss. Like, I'm nowhere near my max loss in the day. You guys saw my risk management. I was risking $1.50 on a $200 stock. I only had, I think, at max like 300 shares. So overall, my risk wasn't large, relative to my, my wins and my losses. And it's a matter of how you bounce back. Like, tomorrow you're going to go into the day saying, oh, I need to make back my loss from the day before. No, guys, that's not how you look into it. Every day should be a clean slate. Doesn't matter what happened yesterday. It doesn't matter if I made $10,000 yesterday. Every day is just a clean slate. Refresh your mind and just, come in the day like I did today with a game plan and attack. I said BYND, my game plan was, wanted to short this thing into pops. 200 was the level I wanted to be risking off of. Got that first initial pop to that 194 level. I started in, was so close to reaching my first target. Missed it by a few cents, and then it ripped back on up on me. Had a small loss, and then it came up to that 200 mark again. Tried it again. After taking that first paper cut, I got cut up again. Small little loss, and at that point, I'm done. I don't want to keep fighting it. After I take 2 losses on the same stock, I don't want to go back for a third time. So it's gonna happen, guys. Just matter how you bounce back, and it's a matter of how you're taking the loss. You're keeping it tight. You're sticking to your rule, your exit targets, your stop losses. So yeah. I know you guys had some questions, so I'll probably give it like 5 minutes. I'll answer those questions from that you guys were asking earlier. So you ask them now. So before I hop off the stream, I'll love to answer them. Always want to help share my knowledge I have with other traders. So right now it's 10:31. I'll probably give it a 10:35. Just give a few minutes to any questions. Please don't be shy, guys. Want to help. Want to help. Make sure you guys are always journaling, tracking, tracking all your trades, tracking all your setups, just reviewing your overall day. Every day, I go into my documents and I review my performance for the day. Just like athletes after their games, review film on their games. As traders, we must do the same. We're like professional athletes. We, how do you expect to get better if you're not reviewing your performance? So at the end of the day, I'll probably say, BYND, happy, what my tight risk. I would say, maybe some negatives, what could I have done differently was, maybe stay away from these higher price stocks. I don't really have, success. I don't have tons of edge trading stocks this high in price range. So I tend to stay away from that. So maybe I'll write in my report today saying that, really try to stay away from these higher price stocks because, I don't have as much success on those as I do trading penny stocks. So, that's something I'm going to write down in my, when I review my performance for the day. It's always good to track that, just tracking, top gainers, tracking, EFIO, tracking everything. I track the volume on these things. I track the news. What type of news is a fader? What type of news tends to move higher? The volume, baseline volume, the overall volume, float. So just tracking everything, guys, and that's how you're gonna get better. That's how you're gonna see and spot things easier. That's how I was able to spot VLRX this morning. I wasn't able to short it. It didn't get to that 384 mark. But, once I saw it gapped up, I right away, I didn't have to do much research, I saw the news, I knew it was BS, I know it's a fader. I didn't even have to look at the past days because, I've seen this thing fade so many times and I've traded it and made money on it. So it was pretty easy to spot this as a, high forecast fader. It's not 100%, nothing's 100%, but, I just knew the odds that this thing was going to be a fader was pretty high. So, in time that'll come, guys, as you track things, as you add to your playbook, You know, you'll just keep getting better, and just being here every day, getting screen time, is just gonna help. All right, guys. I'm not really seeing it. Ryan. Not too hard, man. Just gave it a little tap in the butt. But alright, guys, so not really seeing any more questions. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll be back, tomorrow. Same thing every day. Monday through Friday. I'll be doing this live every day. And make sure you guys are in the Discord if you're not. And yeah, it's gonna be it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.